scratch today. That's right, we're doing it from scratch with a quick tutorial. Now, for those of you guys that, don't like DMX, or aren't quite to the DMX level, I got a great option for you guys. Now, about 6 or 8 months ago, I purchased an Obay3 controller. Okay, this is a CHAUVET Obay3 controller, and I didn't have any lights for it. Actually, I had one pair of lights that I could use with this, but I never got around to doing it. Now I have the perfect light for an Obay3 controller. For those of you that don't want to spend a lot of time DMX programming and you want to get your lights up and running, and this I'm talking uplights right now. I'm going to use my Eternal Lighting FlatParPro RGBAs. No, actually, these are the Eternal Lighting FlatParPro Tri-LEDs. My bad, Tri-LEDs. The RGBAs will not work with this particular concept because you need a 3-channel RGB mode. Now they might make the Obay4 might do this, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not a CHAUVET expert, but the Obay3 will work. Okay. Now a lot of people try to get this controller, and your lights have to be a 3-channel RGB fixture, or they won't work. And the first channel has to be R, second one has to be G, and then B, I guess. That's how it works. I'm not quite sure. But it's RGB. You have to have a 3-channel fixture where your faders control R, G, and B. And like a lot of fixtures are RGB with a dimmer and a couple other channels. So like you have a 6 or 7 channel fixture. That won't work. You need a 3-channel fixture. Now the Eternal Lighting FlatParPro RGB and the Tri-LEDs, I believe, are both 3-channel fixtures, selectable to 3-channel. Now, I'll show you how to select your FlatParPro Tri-LED from 6-channel to 3-channel. We'll do that in a second. And then we're going to hook up the Obay3 controller that I have here in the box. Haven't even opened it up yet. And then we'll show you how cool that it will work your lights, and it might get in the range that you exactly need for DMX control without being a rocket scientist. So you DJs out there, or party planners, or banquet facilities, I hate to tell you all the tricks, but this will do it for you. So we'll get to it right now. Here we go. All right, we have our Eternal Lighting FlatParPro Tri-LED, and I believe this will work exactly the same with your RGB fixtures. So if you just have a 3-channel fixture or a RGB fixture, this will work. But you want to take your fixture to the channel mode, and you want to ensure it's on 3-channel. This particular fixture has a 6-channel or a 3-channel. Make sure it's on 3-channel and hit enter. And I'm not quite sure how to get out of the program mode, but once you have it in 3-channel mode, I think you wait about 15 seconds or so and it'll reset itself. Then we can hook up our Obay3 controller. So we're going to do that right now. Alright, here's the CHAUVET Obay3 controller. Now this is a really neat controller. It has a few presets, a few chase modes. I'm not quite sure how to use the chase yet. I haven't read the instructions or anything like that. But we're just going to use this on a 1-fixture type setup. So everything's going to be on DMX channel 1. Okay, you can go from red, orange, to yellow, green, cyan, blue, white, magenta, or purple. You have some dimmer controls and chase controls. You have some kind of really basic functions here. And this is the controller we're going to use for our DMX control right now for uplighting. It's going to give you some pretty basic selections, but it'll get you in the ballpark if you don't want to do a lot of DMX programming. It has a small power supply that plugs into the back of the unit, and then you just turn the fixture on with one DMX out and we'll go to the fixture. So we'll do that right now. Okay, it's as simple as plugging in your DMX cable to the back of the fixture. Now plug in your DMX cable to the back of your Obay3 controller. Just like that. Make sure it's on. And now your fixture just received the DMX signal. Okay, we have our DMX control plugged in. Now there's a few things in this controller, just kind of found out about them, and I've never used this controller before. But you have a fade strobe level. Now your fade will fade the light up, or when you change presets, it will fade to the next color at a certain time rate. So if I did it now, it would take a while for it to fade up. If I move it to the top, it'll go quickly. Okay, you want to make sure your master dimmer is up. Okay, and right now I have it on preset, and I push the red button, and as you can see behind me, we have a red light. If I want to go to purple, now it's purple. If I want to go to blue, it's now blue. Back to red. Okay, if I want this to strobe, I hit the strobe button, and since my strobe and fade is the same dial, if I just bring this down a little bit, you can see the strobe has changed. So now at your venue, when you bring in your bride and groom, you can have it strobing. Okay, very simple. Okay, now if I change this to manual RGB, hit the manual RGB button right here, and now the first one should be red, the next one should be blue, or no, green, and the last one should be blue. So now I can mix whatever color I choose to mix in my RGB fixture. Very, very simple. Super easy. You can match the colors that you need to. You don't have a color wheel that you can pick from, but you can use a small DMX or color picker that will give you DMX channels on like your iPhone or your Android phone. Work really good. I don't want to go through this whole light controller here, but it gets you basically into the ballpark that you need. So if we take off manual RGB and turn up the dimmer and have preset on, I can go to red. Now it's going to slowly fade up to red because my fade control is off, and you can see behind me it's fading up slowly. If I slide up the fade control, you can see it'll get brighter quicker, and now it's full red. Okay, really cool Obay3 controller from CHAUVET. Really neat. Works great with the Eternal Lighting RGB fixtures and the Tri-LED fixtures because they are an RGB fixture that's stuck into one lens. It's really cool. I don't know if the Obay4 does a RGB A or W. Not quite sure of that, but it might. I'm not quite sure. So, you know, look it up. But you have to have a fixture that has RGB channels on 1, 2, and 3, and then you can make your lights work. It'll also chase through the colors if you'd like, and you can adjust the speed for chase colors. It has a sensitivity for sound, I believe. And yes, it does. It has a sensitivity for sound. That's about it. So we're going to fade this down. We're going to go to preset, turn my dimmer up, and I'm going to go to blue, fade it, make the fade go a little faster. Go to blue, and now we're at a blue fixture. Alright, so real simple DMXing with your Obay3 controller and the Eternal Lighting. This is the Tri-LED fixture. Now you can watch me do this real quick here. We're going to go to red. We're going to go to white. We're going to go to magenta. Purple, pretty close. Orange. Red. Green. There's green. There's green. Green. We want to make it strobe. Hit the strobe button. Bring the strobe fade down. And you can make some really cool effects. And let's see if I can get it to chase. Oh, and you want it to black out all of a sudden? Hit the blackout button and all your lights will go off. So you can make some really cool effects with this. Okay, and to pull out of strobe mode, you have to make it all the way down. If you leave it, turn it off at the top position, it will stay strobing, and then you could go to, say, RGB, and now you could fade your fixture's RGB color. Okay, because the strobe's still talking, it didn't send a no signal to the strobe. So to turn off the strobe, turn up the strobe, hit strobe, turn it down. Now your strobe is out. So just a quick do it from scratch with the Obay3 controller from CHAUVET, the Eternal Lighting FlatParPro. This is the Tri-LED. It'll work with the RGB fixture, so you can save some money and go with a less expensive RGB fixture. Or if you want a lot more punch, you want to go with the Tri-LED. There's some great fixtures out there. Check them out. Eternal Lighting. Mark will take care of you over there. Tell him DJ Mikey Mike sent you, and he'll get you a great price on some hot fixtures. Oh, and they're having a B-stock sale right now. I think they have some B-stock available. I think they're black fixtures, but you can get a killer price on some great uplighting, and you know, take it from there. So it's DJ Mikey Mike doing it from scratch with the Obay3 controller, the Eternal Lighting FlatParPros, and hope that helped. Easy DMX, easy style. Peace.